clad in that khaki uniform, with that matching khaki station, he used to travel on his cycle across the town. And the kids were enamored by this glittering cycle, and they used to keep following him. They used to keep following him, trying to catch a piece of him so that they can keep him with them. He was our superhero, and we always waited for him. He always came to visit our house without knocking the door, but he silently, quietly entered into our lives, and we just didn't know. He came and sat with our families. He told them a joke, or he just listened to what they were speaking. He told them about the uncles who were far away, who just walked away from weddings creating fights, or some juicy scandals of some nieces and nephews who just had some affairs, or some brothers and sisters who just ran away from the college, or some other relatives who got arrested. But he was always there for those old people whose little birds had grown up, gotten wings, and flew away to other cities and made their life there, and who had forgotten those people who had given them their very life. They waited for those coveted words which came from all those children they had in faraway cities, which were separated by distance and life. But he was always there. He was the most wanted man in the town, because in those days, if there was any marriage fixed, he was the one who conveyed the news with a booming voice. If there was any money order which had arrived, he was the one who delivered it to those old parents who waited for their children to hear back a word from them, but who just sent money orders. He was the one who, with sly smiles, gave away those romantic letters to all those Romeos and Juliets who ran behind his cycle then as kids, and who also ran behind his cycle now, but with blushes for obvious reasons. He is the one who silently slipped those telegrams into their hands of those family members whose relatives had passed away. So the thing is, he knew exactly how to mirror the emotions of the people whom he was handing over the letter. He knew exactly how much to supplement and complement those emotions, those feelings, and those words they were about to read. And that is what made me respect him, for he respected the letter and its content. The way he opened the letter, the way he held them in his fingers delicately, as if with a minor mistreatment, it would just wither away and disappear into mist. The way he tore open the envelope just at the end so that he did not harm the letter. The way he pulled out with his two fingers, just inserted into the torn envelope and just removed it, just slowly unfolded the letter as if it was a letter 1,000 years old, which might just break down. And then the way he read it, oh man, that was just icing on the cake. Well, he was a postman, but sometimes he used to just come late. He never came and gave the letter on time, and we were always worried that why is the man who always came on time delayed? We used to curse him that let him go to hell, but then again we were afraid that if he goes to hell, who will deliver our letters? And then we used to say, no, let the curse be just disappear. But then he used to come after 3 or 4 days and give away the letter with smile, apologizing for his delays, and our family members used to curse him, and again then he used to go away with a smile on his face, accepting all those curses and harsh words. But in this process, we forgot that after all, he is also human, and his family members are also human, and his family members could die. But his tears never saw the light of the day. He was the postman. We always heard, Sunday se aate hai in border, that beautiful movie. We saw the soldiers celebrating with the letters coming, but we never celebrated the postman who delivered those letters. And now the times have changed. Post is not the preferred way of delivery. Now we have those glittering, shining couriers and parcel services. Inland letters, telegrams, postcards are all words used only in English classes rather than in our daily conversation. Letter writing is a skill just for getting a job or getting your complaints done, but not for communication. I'm afraid to say, now I don't even know the delivery person. Neither he offers me a smile, nor I do in return. This is the world of internet now. We have email, we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. But in those days, the postman was the email, the postman was the WhatsApp, the postman was the Facebook, and the postman was the Twitter. Today we have issues of privacy, but in those days, the postman was privy to all our issues. He was the best secret keeper and maybe also the worst secret keeper. The most saddening thing for me is that the current generation and even our children's, they will not know the pleasure of receiving a handwritten letter from a postman, nor of writing one. So, as I conclude, I just have one lingering thought. The postman always came, he gave away the letter and went away. In fact, he was always giving, but he never took back anything from us. And the world lacks something today of such kind of people who always gave and never took back in return. The towns, the cities where the postman wandered on his cycle, they have disappeared and become big places right now. But still, those corners of those cities and towns, the dust that lies by the side of the road, still it rings with that sound, tring tring, as the postman came on the cycle. He may not be Iron Man, he may not be Superman, he may not be Batman, or he may not be Spider-Man, but he was our postman, and he was our superhero. Thank you.